If you think this video tells it to you straight, please like and subscribe. That triggers YouTube to show it to more people, and it will show you more of my others. Appreciate it. You know, monkeypox is being ginned up as a soon-to-be out-of-control pandemic. But here are some facts. The Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, has declared monkeypox to be an international public health emergency. He claimed he did so to break a tie of his advisors on the International Regulations Emergency Committee, which had voted 9-6 against doing so. Apparently, the good doctor flunked his high school or grade school math classes because 9-6 is not a tie. It was the first time in history that the committee, the IHREC, has been overruled. Many experts called on the Biden administration to declare a state of emergency due to the outbreak. On August 4th, it did so. At least 3 U.S. governors, Newsom in California, Hochul in New York, and Pritzker in Illinois, have jumped on the state of emergency bandwagon by officially declaring it so before Biden did. Now, some politically motivated people are trying to compare monkeypox to COVID-19 to fan unnecessarily flames of panic. Although they are both zoonotic diseases, which is to say they can be spread between animals and humans, folks, this is not at all like COVID. First off, there's no record of widespread asymptomatic spread of monkeypox. The flu-like symptoms, and especially the unsightly rash, blisters, and scabs, give you a pretty fair warning to limit your physical contact with others. Further, not even Dr. Fauci can pretend that you're going to contract it by passing someone in the cereal aisle at the grocery store. While human-to-human transmission is possible through respiratory droplets, it would take a prolonged face-to-face contact. It's passed by direct contact with an infected person's bodily fluids, sores, or scabs. And most importantly, almost no one dies from monkeypox. Although there are some cases of severe illness or death, it is almost always those whose immune systems are otherwise compromised. And while the World Health Organization is quoting fatality rates of 3 to 6%, it has to be remembered that they gave wildly inflated statistics at the beginning of the last pandemic that were just plain wrong as well. Most people recover in 2 to 4 weeks on their own. The disease almost always limits itself, meaning that it resolves on its own with or without treatment. No honest discussion of this ailment can be complete without a discussion of who it is affecting. It took several months after the global outbreak began for the media and government agencies to admit the obvious. About 98% of those infected are gay or bisexual men or a member of the alphabet community. Although it is not homophobic to say that openly, early journalistic reports focused on avoiding the threat of the stigma against gay and bisexual men instead of focusing on the virus itself. I think it's pretty clear, though, that the stigmatization is caused by media elites who pretend that public health officials will not treat monkeypox seriously if they think it is a gay disease. Public health is public health no matter who you share your physical affections with, and it's just plain misdirection to insinuate that heterosexual people are too dumb to realize that anyone could contract this if they are intimate with someone they don't know well. Some elites are even pushing for the disease to be renamed because they believe that showing a black victim is racist and showing gay men in line for a vaccine is homophobic. Which brings us to the real problem. The reason monkeypox is raging through the gay male population and so far largely ignoring others seems to pinpoint the transmission vehicle as being sex. While certainly adults of all persuasions engage in sexual contact, studies show that gay men have sex far more often than people of any other group. They report that they have many, many more lifetime sexual partners, and those partners are much more likely to be strangers. Simple statistics like that accelerate, heck, almost ensure the chances of catching something nasty. One man recently afflicted in San Francisco reported that he contracted the virus at a friend's birthday orgy, where he admitted coming into sexual contact with 15 to 20 different men. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that it will also spread to straight men and women, especially ones who do not exercise discretion in their choice of sexual partners. At the recent Door Alley Fair Sex Festival in San Francisco, which is primarily for gay and bisexual men, organizers placed booths 10 feet apart. That is just prevention theater, because those fair planners surely know that the disease would actually be spread by the sexual activities of the participants during and especially after the official proceedings. As far as monkeypox rising to the level of public health emergency, let's add a little perspective. There are dozens of sexually transmitted diseases that are far more deadly and common. Genital herpes is incredibly common, and most people who have it don't even know they have it as they infect others. Gonorrhea also sometimes has no signs or symptoms and can cause infertility and birth defects. Since many people don't even know they have chlamydia, the cases are most assuredly underreported, and it can cause damage to reproductive organs. Syphillis can go undetected in the body for decades before becoming active again, and can severely damage the heart, brain, nerves, eyes, blood vessels, liver, bones, joints, and other organs. It can be passed to unborn children through the placenta. Let's add some numbers. Look at the amount of monkeypox cases that we are being sold as a health emergency requiring extraordinary precautions. Appears pretty ominous, right? Scary high numbers. Let's compare these to other STDs we just talked about. While the monkeypox numbers are admittedly not for an entire year yet, they are absolutely dwarfed by the case numbers of the far more problematic and deadly diseases. And since many people don't even know they are affected, the bottom four are most certainly underreported. We have to remember as well that monkeypox typically lasts only 2 to 4 weeks, then goes away. And the obvious rash and blisters let you know something is amiss. The others can hide inside of you for years while wreaking havoc on your body and that of anyone else you unknowingly infect. These are the case numbers that prompted 3 United States governors to declare a state of emergency. Now let's compare them to the 2020 cases of the other STDs we've been talking about. Again, these 3 governors have seen the same numbers, and one has to wonder why they are trying to panic people. Look, even the World Health Organization admits that the spread can be stopped if people would take personal responsibility. Taking a prudent approach to one's choice of sexual partners would seem to be instinctive. The vaccine is becoming more and more readily available for those who can't practice moderation. So my prescription for stopping monkeypox: get a vaccine if you think you need one. Don't have sex with people you don't know. And stop letting media and government elites scare you. That's my perspective. Like and subscribe, please.